Hello, hello, hello. All right, guys. Hello. Welcome to the Lycan DM's workshop. So this is my first stream solo here on Thursday nights. You can catch me at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time doing a homebrew D&D campaign called Bones and Barbarians. Um, I'm the DM, and my team is pretty great. So you should check us out sometime. But anyway, so here we go. I am going to do things that other DMs would be doing um, on prep days. This is what this is. This is a prep day discussion. I will be taking questions and answering them from the chat. But what I will also be doing is building stuff. Some days I'm going to be over here with my external camera and I'll be building terrain. Some days I'll be making a map like what I'm doing today. Some days I'll be drawing and creating bases for maps or something. There's plenty of stuff I will be doing, world building, all that kind of stuff, making NPCs. But for right now, we are going to be building a map. So here we go. I love using Roll20. Roll20 is a great tabletop platform, virtual tabletop, and so we're going to start off with a map, an untitled map. I don't like starting off at 25. 25 is pretty small. Normally, you don't want to go too big with maps on Roll20 because it will cause it to practically crash. I try not to go over 80 by 80, but usually when I start, I'll go 60 by 60. That usually gives me a good frame, and I'll go with a black background color. Grid cell distance 5 feet. This is going to be a dungeon type map, so we are going to go with that. We're going to go with a square grid. I like to change this to the Pathfinder 3.5e compatible. That way, diagonals, every other diagonal is 10 feet instead of another 5. It just kind of keeps things mathematically sound. I'm not going to turn on dynamic lighting yet, but I will restrict movement when I do, so I'm going to leave that on. And that's where we're going to go for right now. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to save these settings, and then I'm going to go to that map. Okay, for some reason the settings didn't save. This happens once in a blue moon. We are going to do that all over again. 60 by 60, black, Pathfinder compatible. Okay, so that should be good. And save settings. There we go. Okay. So, the concept of this map is built around my Wednesday campaign, which is called One Shot Wednesdays, the Televar Adventurers Company. The premise is, in my homebrew world of Grokoros, there is this town called Televar. It's on the frontier of a country called Saxland. It's separated from the capital city by a forest called the Neverbright Forest, a place of evil and undead, and just all sorts of bad things. And with that being said, it's a difficult journey. It's a 4-day journey, a day and a half which is through the Neverbright Forest. So ultimately, you're going to have to spend the night in this forest that's even dark during the day, and because the canopy is so thick and overgrown, and it's just an ancient forest. So we are going to get started. And so the Televar Adventures Company basically came around with my world is ever growing and active and alive. And the Televar Adventurers Company was started by a group of adventurers who were the original heroes of the town before the town even existed. It was an ancient battlefield, looking being overlooked by a fort on top of a mountain. And for the longest time, that fort was controlled by a necromancer. And in this campaign that I originally ran a long time ago, the necromancer was defeated, and basically, once that happened, these adventurers defeated several bad guys along the way, and took the town of Televar or the Fort Televar as their base of operations. And when that happened, they made it a place that was safe. And the people of Saxland, from the city of Oreburg all across the area, basically were drawn to the area because the hills, the Red Mountains, known for their iron deposits that rust and have a red hue to them during the day. They knew there was iron in these hills, and it turned out there's also ancient silver mines. The area was settled and slowly became a village. And now the village is 10 years old. And the Televar Adventurers Company have their hands full. And so that's the premise. The Televar Adventurers Company are the ones who police the area. They do their missions. They help the livelihood of the folks who live there, and so on and so forth. And this is a mission, a level 6 mission, that involves on-kegs. Now, the only problem I'm having is I'm trying to select a starting area. It's supposed to start in a basement of the newly built temple of the area. And so the question is what do I want to build that looks like a temple? Now I'm going through some of these already pre-made maps, but the thing I like about this part, and by the way, right now I'm currently using Save versus Cave Labyrinthine Dungeons. These are made by Gabriel Picard, and I hope I'm saying his name right. And I love Gabriel's work. I've bought a lot of his work through Roll20, through the marketplace, and I love the style. I love the way it fits together. I love the modularity of it. But this is what I'm looking for right here, is these broken walls that lead to a cavern. So I hate to start out with just something that's like, I don't know, something like this, where it's pre-made and it looks good. It looks good. It looks like it could be an underground temple's basement. And I like that. I like that a lot. And I might use this as a starting point. A lot of times I will go through and make things in a way that are very, very unique. But because I want these openings that are in a room like this, I'm finding it hard to find a specific one that I want to use. This could always work, but I'm not sure about the stairs. But I love Gabriel's work. There's a lot more stuff that he has made, and yeah, it's great. I love this stuff. But so the idea here is that this temple is the foundation has been finished for the last few years, and they're working on the main floor. So this takes place in the basement. This takes place in the lower halls. So I need to get a good idea as to what I'm looking at here. So I think this leads down into a lower level. So let's see. It looks like here would be the starting area, and that would come down. Here's a small altar leading downwards and downwards further into a more basement storagey area where the breaks are. But I'm wondering what I should do with this area. So now we have these great close this one. This is where it comes to these modularities. So I have quite a few of his labyrinthine dungeons. And what I think we're gonna do, I think we're gonna use this, and that has a door. So see how this just fits perfectly. It's all measured out. It all comes nice in line. Actually, this one. Nope, that's a good idea, but unfortunately that does not fit perfectly. So we used that one, and we are going to try to find... There we go. What I like is he usually has a lot of these... you'll find one that's one way, and then you'll just find it in all the different directions. It's great. I love how modular this is, and that way you get the shadows to line up correctly, the way the tile floors, and it looks even more noticeable when you put it in a what do you want to call it, in a cavern. And see, there's even like little single spaces like this to fill in little gaps like that. I think I'm going to move that one here, though. I think that's going to look better. Yeah, I think that looks better. And then what I'm going to do down here is I am going to make... I think I'm just going to make 2 simple rooms. Let's see if I can find 2 simple rooms. That's okay. Here we go. Wait. I mean, that's pretty neat. There's no way. Yeah, no. If only that lined up, but it doesn't. That's okay. I'm gonna go with... Where did he go? This guy. Put it here. And I'm just gonna copy and paste it over here. There. Okay. Looks good. So those are, we're going to populate this in different ways. So let's start here with the entrance to this all. Now I am going to look for some stairs. So this is easy. We're just going to go here. We're going to flip this to maps, tiles, and textures. We're going to type in stairs. Let's see. Things will come up if they're from your library, and then it'll come from marketplace purchases that you haven't bought yet, and then ones that you have bought. So let's see. Cave versus cave construction. So this is these are cavern stairs. So these are built into the rocks. We don't want those. Vile tiles, dungeon decor. These look more like they're ladders than anything else. Cave versus cave, regular construction. Oh, the dungeon mapper. Oh, these These would be nice, but the dungeon tiles are more of this tan brownish stone, whereas the labyrinthine are this gray stone. So I'm trying to look for something more along those lines, but I'm not seeing that I do. Well, in that case, there's always free from the web, which is nice. And this is nice too, because you can get all sorts of things free from the web. You know, people work hard on these, and it gives who it's by, the source, the website. It's a nice little thing you need for when you don't have what you're looking for, and you need something to sub in. However, none of those look what I want. Oh wait, so here we go. This is from the Slap Downtown construction set. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna go, I think, with this, and we're gonna slide that in there. And then a lot of times the stairs won't have the exact opposite, so we'll have to just turn it and put it on the other side. There. So that'll make it look like it's coming down from two sides. I mean, we could always do it this way. Whoops. This is another good part where if it doesn't line up just right, go to as drawing. Is drawing, and then you can kind of slide it in there a little bit better. But I don't like that because they're not exactly one set of stairs. So we're going to see, it's a 2x1. We don't have a 2x2. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to delete these. And we do have this 2x1. And I think, yeah, that makes it look like it's coming down more from further up. And this will make it look a little better. So yeah, okay. Well, I think we have the basis for our dungeon basement. Now, this looks like it's going to be more of a tall map than anything else. So I'm going to go and I'm going to edit the settings. I'm going to change this to a height of 80. And I'm just going to do a width of 40 should be plenty. Okay. So let's see. So I happen to notice this, that my dungeons always tend to start at the bottom and work their way upwards, which is terrible for the players because the automatic starting position is in the upper left-hand corner. So we are going to now build a cavern. So we are going to get out of here, delete the stairs, and that'll press enter, and that'll bring us up with our regular premium assets. And we are going to go to the save versus cave. I'm going to open up all the instances where, let's see, we're going to go with construction 2, construction, caverns 1, and caverns 2. So this comes with some really neat stuff. Like it's great. Like there's some pre-made things like this. You know, and that can be nice. You know, if you're in a tight spot and you're like, I have 10 minutes to prep this game. What do I want to do? And throwing out large portions of dungeon like this. Even if you're just doing just a huge map, this might be a good place to start, a good filler area. Something to just break the monotony of repeating similar tiles over and over again. But there are some really great ones. I love these smaller ones. There was one I just went over. I was trying to find it. Not that one. Let's see. Where did it go? I think that's the hardest time I always have. That's more of just a personal thing than anything else. Is the trying to find the one that you want the most, and you think you see one, and then it's totally different than what you expected it to be. So let's see here. You know, I kind of like, no, but it doesn't. I'm looking for something that's got a feel to it that looks like it's been somewhat natural, but also at the same time been burrowed out by these insects. So I'm looking for something that has sort of an organic shape to it, which a lot of these do. A lot of these are really great. What I think I'm going to do is build something leading up to a nexus point. What kind of nexus do I want to build? Maybe something like this. Okay, so we're going to go with that. But I'm going to put that up here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to find a long, slender piece to fit in between there. Oh, those are narrow tunnels. Narrow tunnels are fun. Something like this is good for like kobold tunnels, where it's only 5 feet by 5 feet, and you gotta, your larger characters have to squish through. Okay, here we go. Here's some overlays that are a little different. That's a little too long. There we go. I like that. Yeah, that's nice. So there's different ones. There's these overlays, which are nice because a lot of these have these black outlines to them because they're made in squares. But every once in a while, there are different ones that are these overlays. So say we wanted to get pretty close to this. We could come right up next to it and not have to worry about those black lines. And so actually, yeah, let's use that. Let's utilize that in a way. Let's take something. So how about we take a larger one that's mostly a turn. Ooh, wait, I kind of like these. But where are the ones that are... Oh, those are the big nexuses. A lot of times I'll be doing this and I'll be in my own little world and just contemplating what I want to go next and what I want to do with the next part of the tunnels. So I think, yeah, we're going to do that. And then we're going to have this overlay that's like, don't want it to be too big. See, and that brings it in there nice like that. Oh, I know. So I'm going to go up to the original Save versus Cave and go with a turn, a nice tight turn. Perfect. So you see this one's got the black lines on it. And that's going to overlap there. But this one over here that we put over here was an overlay. So we're going to bring that to the front. And look at that. It fits perfectly. Oh, no, I love this person's work. It's a lot of fun. It's a nice way to add tight twists and turns to what basically I'm making is an anthill. Just a very complex series of tunnels. It's going to turn and come up here. Send that to front again. Yeah, I need a nice turn. That'll work. Oh, it landed in the perfect place too. All right, so this is good, and these are going to line up together. I think we're going to create another nexus point up at the top, where all these are going to flow together. Nope, that's too big. We could always make this map bigger, but I'd like to not if I can help it. So we're gonna let's find one that doesn't have an upward. I think all of these ones do. Good old oubliettes. See, these are nice, these junctions, but I don't want a junction. I want a nice, big, open cavern that all this can lead to. Now, I could make my own, because that's what's nice about Save versus Cave Construction Save 2, is it has all these nice features that you can just build your own cavern from scratch, and you can create huge rooms and things like that. And those are always really nice to do. For instance, let's go ahead. Let's build one of these. Let's build our big room out of one of these. So we are going to find, here we go, here's the junctions. I'm going to find the one that comes up and splits. Yep, okay, and closer. There we go. There's the connector I want. Okay. So there's that. And we're going to want to have one coming from the other side. So this one's going to be over here somewhere. We're going to put this down here, I think. Yeah. Can always move it, which is always great. And let's see. Nope. Is there not one that I'm looking for down here? There it is. That's what I'm looking for. And we'll put that one a little off-centered more up there. And yeah, what we're going to have here is we're going to have a large room that is going to be the egg room. So the hatchery. Let's see. So there's all these nice rooms with bumps in them. But I want a nice big old fat room. Let's see here. Okay, like the size of these, but I don't necessarily like the fact that there are so many nexus points. This is a nice one. This is 15 by 15, but that's gonna be. Nah, I'm not liking that. That's a little too big. Yeah, because even if I would need that to be here, and actually I can do this. You know what? Let's do it. Let's take this. Let's do this. Let's change this to 45. That should be good. Okay, excellent. Okay, so what we're going to do here, actually, we're going to delete that one. I believe there was a different one. I don't think this is the one I was looking for. Nope, that's not the one. That's too big. So this is what I like too. He labels his stuff with the dimensions. So I like to bring this out so I can see the dimensions on things. Here we go. Here's some nice size stuff. We want one that's offset in a way that will start on the bottom left and end in the upper right. We can always do a turn. We can always do something like this. Oops. Actually, we can bring that over more. And we can grab a... Well, these work too. I think this is kind of more of what I was looking for. But it's all right. It's this is an organic process. Sometimes things start out one way and they end up another. it's different when you're drawing a handheld map in, like, made out of grid paper. Yeah, those are nice. I love doing that all the time. But when you're drawing a map to go onto a virtual tabletop, you have to kind of keep in mind what your limitations are. Because it's not going to be exact. I mean, you could use the Save versus Cave construction set to make it exactly how you want. You could. But, that's not necessarily that fun. So what we're going to do here, I kind of want this to be bigger than this. Since it's such a thin map, I'm going to go and I'm going to take this up to 85. And all I'm going to do here, and by the way, yes, I am building this on the objects and tokens layer. There's a reason for that. It's when I'm still deciding on where I want to put things, and I haven't cemented my ideas yet. I keep it on this layer until I'm like, yes, this is where I want to be. And I can do that right now. Now at this point, I'm like, okay, all of this stuff, I'm going to save that one save this one and not select it. And I'm going to take all this stuff and I'm going to move it to the map layer. This way, if I want to take big chunks of things, I can move them around and not accidentally select this stuff. So I usually, when I'm building a map, I'll start on the objects and tokens layer. And that way I can kind of figure out where I want to put things. And now with this side being a little bit bigger over here, I think I'm going to add in another kind of nexus point. Let's see. What do I want to do? Ooh, this is a nice corner, though. It's a little too big. Let's see. How many... This is always nice. How many squares do I need? So that's... 12 squares. Okay. So I am limited to 12 squares. So none of these turns would work very well. Let's see. Let's see if I can find a nexus point or a nice turn that would work. Let's scroll down. Because I'd rather get all the points figured out where that's going to start before I start on the big modular room. I mean, I could just make this a big turn. One way leads into a chamber. The other way turns it. I mean, yeah, we can always do that. And then we can always just make that one long, narrow tunnel that makes it a little harder to figure out where you're going next. Actually, I kind of like this. Let's see if this will fit. Will it? Nope. Okay. So that one's not going to work. Might find a more narrow one. This one's 8 by 8, and it just fits. Do I want to keep that? I like the way that turns on an angle. So I'm going to do something nice and simple. I'm going to increase this by 1. So the width is now going up to 46. And it's okay to make these adjustments from time to time. So we're going to go back to the map and background. And we're going to select all this stuff. And we are just going to move it over a little bit. And we're going to connect these. And since I'm pretty happy with the way these are, I'm going to go ahead and send these to the map background. And now we are definitely going to have to do an overlay here. We want to do something a little different than this one. This one's neat. Let's see if it fits. Nope, that's not an overlay. That doesn't help. But this one is an overlay. So let's see. Ooh, I kind of like that. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take this. We're going to send this to the back, and then we're going to send it to the map layer. Oh, darn, that one. Okay, yeah, so we're definitely going to have to get an overlay. Okay, let's go find those overlays. Nope. These are nice. These are like, oh, you want to... This path doesn't have a natural connection to it. Well, now it does. But yeah, those are always fun. So let's see. We are gonna. Where did those overlays go? Where have all the overlays gone? This is neat. This just being alone on a Twitch stream by myself, talking to who knows if anyone's listening. I'm sure there's someone out there listening. But anyway, it's just fun to just kind of be myself and just goof off a little bit. Actually, I think this was the same one. Nope, that one turns too much to the other way. All right, let's see here. How about this one? We like this one, maybe. Nope. Almost like it, but just goes off to the wrong direction. How about this guy? Oh, I love it. And what I can do here is I can make it using these stairs. It's like, okay, this looks like, okay, those walls are right on top of each other. No. Watch this. So we're going to take this stair. We're going to put it here. Now, these are non-directional stairs, which means you can turn them any which way you want. So I am going to turn it into a drawing. I'm going to turn it this way. I'm going to put it in this little space here. And I am going to stretch it out just a little bit. And there. Now it looks like this is going downward. And, well, what about over here, you ask? Well, we are going to take a different set of non-directional stairs because we don't want them to be all the same. We are going to put it over here. Also do is drawing. Give it a little twist. And the direction you face them, I said they're non-directional, but you can tell which way they're going by the curves. So this is heading down, and then this is heading even further down. So these are on two different levels. So say that these stairs increase, or I should say in this case, decrease the level by 5 feet. So this would be at 15 feet high, 10 feet high, and 5 feet high. And it's just neat to do it that way. These little differences in heights, and I find it so much fun. But it really adds a visual element to it that makes it look like it's climbing in another direction. So we're going to go back to the objects and tokens layer, and we are going to find a nice piece to fit here. I kind of want to just do a little end piece, so I want to find let's see, there's got to be something I'm gonna like here. I like this, but if it was in the other direction, nope, that's too long. But what I want is I'd love to have maybe like this space right over here. Oh, wait. Yeah, so we can do a junction. So let's go ahead and grab a junction. There we go. Nice, simple, easy. We'll keep that as is for right now. So these pieces right here, these 3 pieces, they're on the token layer because we might have to change these. Now we're going to build that big room. So let's see here. We are going to... Well, we got to put a thing here. I think what I'm going to do... I should go back to maps and layers. Put this guy here. Is this... Nope, that is maps. Okay. So... Yeah, I'm going to do it like that because of the way this is facing. I think this is going to go up over here. So let's go back to save versus cave 2. Okay. We'll get into all that. Alright, here's this stuff. That's what I want. We're switching things up just a little bit. Now we are going to go back to one of those inner turns that we just passed by. These guys. I like them. They're fun. Now, there's some pretty standard ones. We're going to go with a tight turn. Oh, wait. Then again. So this one's pretty big. I don't think we're going to go with this one. Yeah, that brings us up too close to the top. That would be neat, but I think I need a tighter one than that. So those are all 9x9, so we're probably going to need one of these 6x6 ones. Okay. And you think, oh, well, that's not going to match up. There's offset ones. And that is exactly what I'm going to do. Here's an offset. That puts that here. So it's like, okay, well, let's see. That doesn't look like it's going to match up perfectly. But one thing that's cool about these Save versus Cave ones is they can overlap each other a little bit. And they still look really good. So even though there's a little space there, and this is covering it, it blends in perfectly. It doesn't always. Got to kind of play with it a little bit. But this is nice. I like this. This is aesthetically pleasing to me. Let's see. So we are going to need an inside corner over here. I think we're going to... Let's see. That one's too big. So, we might... Oh, wait. I have an idea. So we're going to use a regular corner here. So they got these nice square corners, but then there's ones like this. And these are neat. But, okay. But Michael, this definitely is not going to line up. You're right, it's not. That's why we're going to take this guy and move him. And what we're going to do here is we're going to delete these. And we're going to do something a little different. This is why I wanted to keep it on this layer. So we are going to go back down to those openings. Here we go. This one. This is what we want. So we're going to put this here. All right, back up. See, now we can do something like this. Find me a really tight corner. Maybe that's too big. So we're not going to go with 9x9. Let's go with another 6x6, but a little bit of a bigger one than that. Now, this is a pity too, because sometimes they actually don't line up, and it's very rare for that to happen. You just gotta kind of work around it. But with that being said, I think I know. We're gonna do it like this. We're gonna take this guy, put him here. Yeah, okay. And then we're gonna take one of these tight corners. I'm not sure I'm deciding on this. See, a lot of times this happens. You get like, oh yeah, I want to do this. And then it's, oh, maybe not. So we'll take this here. We'll put that tight corner, the tight inside corner up here. And it's like, yeah, sure, there's some space in between here, but we are going to connect them. And you know what? I'm actually going to bring this down a little further. And I'm going to use this offset one. Yeah. Create a little bit more organic than just a straight line. And there are straight lines that look pretty darn organic. So let's see. Let's see. This might fit right here. Yes. Excellent. Okay. So yeah. So we got our connection there. Okay. So now that I have this part, I am going to select all this, and I'm going to send all that to the map layer. It's like building a puzzle. You start with the outside and you work your way in. it's just really natural like that, and it's really nice. Don't know what else to say other than that. It's nice. I'm gonna take this guy and put it over. Nope, that's too big. Probably not gonna want that over there, but we will take one for the other side. And let's put it over here. We want somehow this to connect to this. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. See what I feel like in a little bit. It's like Bob Ross, you know, make some happy mistakes. These are neat too, because you always like take this, put it here, and then take the opposite one, put it there, and you got this nice little thing here. Or you can even expand on it. Do an inside corner on this side. Sometimes you can drag it just a little bit. I tend to not like editing these like that, because it can mess with the you know, the way it lines up, the way it kind of overhangs on each other. But I think that looks fine. And then what we're going to do over here is we're going to take a regular corner, a nice tight corner. Alright, so that goes in a little bit together. So we're going to raise this up just a little bit. We might bring that back down to where its original place is supposed to be. Yeah, we'll do that. Maybe bring this one up just a little bit. And there are these nice little tiny sections. If I can find one. Here we go. So we're going to go with that one, the little one-piece one. Put that in there. And let's get this a little more of a organic feel to it, and use one of those. Ooh, I know. Instead of using one of the offsets, we're going to use one of the bumps. Yeah, so that way we can still maintain the fact that it's a straight line. Let's see, where am I going here? Nope, too far. So we can still maintain the fact that it's a straight line, but once again, give it a nice organic feel to it. Let's see, we're going to want to go with a small one, so 4x6 should be fine. Put that there. Put this there. Yeah, now we got this. See how it's starting to look like it's really just another tunnel. But as you see, this one's 3 spaces. So although we are making decisions here, I'm changing my mind on things. Okay, what if we do that? I know. Before we take another step, let's make an outside turn. Here we go. Inside corner. This is a big one. What we're going to do here is I'm going to take this, move that to the front. And like I said, I don't know if I'm actually going to use this this piece up here. It's a nice piece, but never know. Okay, so now we're going to need another inside corner for here. And you know what we could do? No, let's keep it like that. Let's see. We'll use another tight one. But see, this is overlapping here, and I don't like that. Now, see, yeah, there's this little part in the middle here sticking out, but that's not going to matter too much because there's going to be dynamic lighting around this, so they're not going to be able to see this inner part anyway. I'm probably going to go up a little higher on this. Oh, that's a little big, a lot bigger than what I'm looking for. That is a really, really nice one, though. I do enjoy that. Go back to the map layer for a second. Nope, not gonna work. Sometimes you just gotta play around with it a little bit. But I mean, that is the thing about this, is that it is forgiving. You know, it's not like, yeah, you know, I mean, I craft a lot, but a lot of times when you're crafting, it doesn't go well, to say the least. Yeah, no, that's not gonna work. That one's definitely way too big because that goes over that. So we are going to, whoops. See, oh, I accidentally deleted the wrong thing. Control Z, your best friend. Being a little quiet right now. Oh, let's see. Getting close to the end on time. I don't know if I'm gonna finish this week. But you know, it's a good basic tutorial. I'm gonna stretch this a little bit. Because, yeah, that looks a lot better. Yeah, I like that. We're going to go with that. Sometimes, every once in a while, it needs to be modified a little bit. Sometimes they're not maybe exactly... Like, maybe 6x6 is not the correct dimensions for this, since this small one is 6x6. But, yeah. So I'm actually going to delete this, and I'm going to add a different... Wait, was this the same one I just put there? I think it was. Let's see. We are going to go with this inside corner. We're going to send that to the back. Whoops. Bringing up stuff I don't need to be bringing up. All right. 2 back. There. Perfect. Okay. And now, let's see. We're going to do here. Getting close to the end here. Started a bit late, so I'm going to go a little bit late. No. Corners are up here. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Okay. This guy. This is the one I was looking for. Oh, yes. That is what I was looking for. That is what I like right there. I might even give this a little bit of a what do you call it? An offset. I love the offsets. Offsets are so much fun. And then you have 2 different ways too. You know, go one way or the other. You don't have to. You're not forced to go in one direction. Okay, now we need a corner up here at the top. We're going to do a tighter corner because we're getting pretty close. I mean, yeah, I'd love to do this, but 7x7. We got like 3x3 right now. So let's see, 4x4. Perfect fit. Okay. Yeah, let's see if how this fits over here. No, that's way too big. We don't want a diagonal that's that big. See, I don't want to take up the whole corner, but I don't want to be too big either. Nope, don't like it. Now I'm starting to rush. I need some organic shapes, but I'm not sure exactly how I want to achieve it. A lot of times I'll make a map that's much bigger than this, and it can tend to be easier when you're making like humongous caverns. I think I might just settle for... This one's nice. Nice and long, too. That there. Let's get that an offset. We keep using these small offsets. Let's use one of the longer offsets. More of a slow taper. Yeah, something like that. Let's see. I'll stay on for about another 10 minutes. See what I can achieve during that time. Well, I'll tell you what, in case I don't finish this, let's go with this room right here. Let's say we're happy with this stuff at the least. Okay, so we're going to send that to the map layer. Now, what about filling in these holes right here? Okay. That's what we're going to work on next. So we are going to take these... Now here's a nice big one. That's too big. But they do make them that big, which is nice. They make diagonals, and then they just make big ones. So what I like to do is I like to try to fill in the bigger spaces first. And make them line up. And then, you know, I'll tell you what, putting these little small ones, when you're only putting a couple of them together, it's fine. But when you get to a place like this, where they're like all in a row, they make this continuous pattern. So when I get to here, I like to break up the monotony a little bit and add in one of these guys. And that just kind of breaks it up a little bit to make the floor look, my favorite word, organic. So I'm going to put in 2 of each of these here. Okay, actually I think that might be enough right there. And I'm going to put in one of these big 8s. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to send this to the back. Now when I select all this and I send it to map, you'll see exactly how it fits in together. See, it makes a nice rotating pattern that isn't just solid and or very repetitive. Now we're going to do this side of the map. So this side we'll kind of try to make as easy as we can. Let's not go too crazy on this side for lack of time. Because, I mean, that's the whole point. Sometimes you are crunched for time, and it's like, okay, well, I have to make a decision now. So we are going to go with that idea that, hey, my game is in 10 minutes, and I need to hurry up for this. My game is not in 10 minutes. My game is not till tomorrow. But it doesn't hurt to act that way sometimes. Let's see. You know what? I have an idea here. We are going to take this. I'll do that. I'm going to find one of these little end caps. Put it up here. Oh, that's a little big, actually. Okay, so we're going to delete that. But I do like this end cap idea. So we are going to find a 3x3 section. Let's see. Here we go. This 5x5 will be smaller than that. So, okay, we'll go like that. Not 100% happy with it. I think I'd actually like one that actually goes inside rather than outside. Yeah, I like that better. It's just a little too big. Ugh. I think this is the same one I just had. Yeah, it is. There we go. That's nice. I like that. And then let's go to one of those inside corners. And then a tight corner. That's why, like, so a lot of these you can overlap just ever so slightly, and it fits perfectly. Yeah. Yeah, that's nice. I like that. I think that looks good there. Get that little extra bit in the middle there. Alright, so now we are going to need an offset. Now, I think I want to put the offset on the left-hand side. We got to go upwards. There we go. That's the one I want. Yes, excellent. Okay. So, now we need a nice long piece. So we got that one over there. Here's a different one. You know what? That's fine. I like it. What I like about it is I can put another offset right here in this little space right here, and it'll fit perfectly. And once again, it looks organic. Swear, it's going to turn into a drinking game. Every time I say the word organic, you take a shot. All right, let's see. And, whoops, we are just about done. And next week, I'll show you the absolute 100% finished map, but with stalagmites and boulders and everything else. But right now, this is pretty much finished. I don't like how much of a harsh edge this is up here. And see what I was saying about how sometimes it's make a very, very repetitive texture. Well, you know, that's okay. We can fix that up by covering it with stalagmites and stuff. But this corner, I don't like. I don't like that corner. And I am going to change it because I just don't like it. Let's see if we can replace it with this in a way that makes sense. Let's delete that. Okay. Works. Kind of like it like this. So we're going to delete this guy. Copy this. Paste it up here. And then break it up by putting a smaller piece in the middle. That way it doesn't look like it's just two of the same pieces being copied over and over again. Okay, cool. We're going to select one of these. Fill in this little area, and we'll fill in one here, and there's got to be a, there we go. Excellent. There we go. Yes, I like that much better. So there we go. We have the basement of the temple, and then the complex, the anthill. Oh no, we never finished it. Oh no. I need a room. I need a room ASAP. Let's go back up to the other save versus caves. I know they have a room for me. I know they have a really cool looking room. Yes, just another piece. That perfect. And just throw that in there. Let's see. We'll send that to the back. Darn it! Not good enough. Ah. All right. Okay. Well, I'm not sure what I'm gonna put here. It might just be a simple end. It might even have to be an overlay to get me over just a little bit further, so I can piece together another little part. Like, yeah, I think I'm gonna have to do like something like this, and then do that room that I liked so much. Do this one. See, how does that one fit? Oh, that's wonderful. Okay. Could I have gotten away with that up here? I could have. Yes, and let's keep it that way. Actually, no. This is part of a greater project. We're going to go with that. Yes. Here we go. This is our dungeon. So, next week when I return, I will show you the completed dungeon. I'll tell you how I went over a little bit, and we'll go over building something else. So yes, building an entire dungeon in an hour. It's hard. It usually takes about 2 hours. Usually about an hour to build it, and about another half an hour to an hour to populate it with all the accoutrements. So, thank you for joining me. And we'll see you next week. All right. Bye.